Welcome to the Link edition for this week. And again, as I said last week, in the midst of the gloom and the negative information, also you are suffering economically, there are some good things that have happened that we can, partake. And tonight is one of those. Tonight we're discussing the new regulations whereby those who have savings in pension, for instance, NSSF and other pension schemes, can use 50% of their savings as collateral to acquire a home loan or a mortgage. But we want to understand, is it as plain as it sounds? My guest tonight is Mr. Martin Nsubuga, who is the CEO for Uganda Retirement Benefits Regulatory Authority. They are in charge of regulating that sector. Mr. Nsubuga, welcome.
Thank you.
So, now I can use my 50% in pension savings as collateral to acquire, a home loan or mortgage. Is it as plain as it is, or there are some issues, terms and conditions, so to speak?
Well, first and foremost, thank you for hosting me.
All right.
First, the principles of a mortgage are not being replaced. So in principle, you'll walk into a bank, apply, but what is coming in here is a collateral that enhances what you have. And the principles of a mortgage is that because you don't build a house in space, you build it on land. So that principle has to be in place. So you must be having some place where you're going to build a house or a property that you're going to buy. And it is limited to a house, home, not residential properties or anything of
not
that
even
kind.
A business.
Not necessarily. The idea here is for you to get a home.
Yes.
But it doesn't limit you to, it limits you to one mortgage at a time.
Okay.
But if you're still having more years of life, you can still get another mortgage after.
Okay.
So it doesn't stop you, but the issue, the principle is that a mortgage by its sense, it is something on a structured piece of land.
Yeah.
It has to be secured, it has to be titled, there must be ownership.
Yeah.
If it is owned by together with a spouse, you must get consent of that spouse to do it. If it is a family land, then you need to clearly get what belongs to you.
Yeah.
So we cannot encourage a person to get a mortgage on a family piece of land.
Okay.
It has to be assigned to your property. The issue is enhancing your interest as a member.
Okay.
So you must be a member of a scheme. Not anybody from anywhere can be a member, can access. You must have saved money for a period of, you must have been a member of a scheme for 10 years.
Okay.
Actually, he is just member of a scheme for 10 years. It does not limit you to how much you would have saved. Neither does it limit you to age. People start saving early, and if you've saved it for your 10 years, then you can access.
So anything below 10 years, I cannot?
No, you
All
cannot.
right.
You cannot work. So the best thing here is that you assign 50% of your accrued benefits.
At that time.
Mark the word, accrued benefits, at that time. When I'm applying today is 21st.
Yeah.
So they'll check what are my accrued benefits as of 21st.
Today.
And that's what is going to inform the available amount that can be used to compute the amount that you can assign.
Okay.
And of course, the most important thing also to note here, there's no movement of money here.
Yeah, I was thinking, hey, they're going to give me money.
No, there's no movement of money. However, we allow you to cede some rights of your benefits to an institution, which is a bank that is going to give you, to lend to you. So I think that this is enhancing the security or collateral you're having, that you're going to use to get a mortgage. So we think we've walked this journey for a long time. I think we've engaged the banks, we've engaged the Bankers Association. It's a journey we've walked for almost 6 years. So we've seen how long it has taken us in order to harmonize and agree on what can be done, what is the best for this market. So I think that we now have a fair product that we can sell to the market that is very good for them to acquire a mortgage.
All right. There's this thing, home loan or mortgage. Is that the same thing?
The principle is this. Of course, when you say a mortgage can be beyond a home loan.
Yes.
But a home loan is specific.
It's a mortgage for the home.
The mortgage here is limited for the home. But we can't limit you to have many homes. We have our brothers who can have more than one home.
All right.
But the principle here is that the mortgage is specifically for a home.
All right.
The principle is that we want a person by the time they retire, they have a home.
Okay. So if I have a home already and I want to do another home for rent, that's allowed?
That's allowed.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's allowed.
So under what circumstances can the pension fund, my pension fund, release cash to the bank? Who makes sure that all the steps are followed so that I'm not, no one bangles me, in the process?
First and foremost, like I've said, in the initial stages, there's no movement of money from a scheme to the bank.
Yes. Because
you're only using that benefits as a collateral. But we also know there will be those circumstances where Martin has failed. Yeah. Has failed to deliver, to pay. Of course, there are clear processes. The regulations provide clear duties of the lending institution. Okay. You must carry out your due diligence on Martin.
That have actually failed.
Before that, you don't wait until Martin has failed. Start when I'm going to give you the mortgage. Okay. Do I have the ability to pay? Will I am I credible? Have I not defaulted? So the principles of lending or credit process in this market are not replaced.
Sufficient KYC.
Exactly. So know me, assess me. Yes. So even if my limit is 50% of what I have, can I really afford paying that? Because I can't be having a big portfolio. Yeah. But when actually I've been able to accumulate because I've saved it for a long time. But in reality, I cannot be able to service a mortgage that is quite a substantial amount.
So the assumption initially is that even if there's collateral, imagine there was not, would I be able to pay?
Yes. Now, once you've done that, we assume that at the stage, the final stage when now Martin has been good along, but things have happened. So he cannot deliver, he cannot pay his loan. Circumstances have dictated that actually he now cannot pay. Yeah. So now the bank must prove to the trustees that we've done everything possible in our capacity and we've failed to recover. Then at that point in time, in a normal mortgage process, they now turn to the property.
They want to foreclose.
Now, but because our interest is not for you to lose that property, that's now when the trustees, the scheme has to move in to say what is the outstanding balance, what is available, and subsequently pay. The beauty is, along the way of making good your mortgage, your portfolio is growing. Yeah. So in principle, what is being exposed as a collateral is also reducing. The percentage
will end up being less than 50%.
Exactly. So that's the principle.
So whatever was exposed then is what is tied in, not anything 50% to the 10 years later.
No.
Okay. Our final question. 50% collateral is available now, but not cash touchable by me. But there's 20% midterm for NSSF if I am 45. Should I, at 45, should I not go for 20% cash and pay the bank and rather wait for the 50% collateral when I'm 45 and do a mortgage of 15 years? What's your advice?
First, it's good to say you are at 45, which means you still have some more years of working.
Yeah, about 15 to 60. Reach 60.
That is good, and especially when we know that the life expectancy now has increased, and the life in retirement, the statistics we have is 17 years. Okay. So in principle, you have the 15 years plus to 60 plus, so it's quite so many years. Yeah. So the option I will give you, why do you access the 20% now? First and foremost, we as UBRA, we really discourage that, and we still maintain that it was not a good move. It's not good for the member because that money is supposed to do another purpose to help you. And if you reduce your portfolio now, you lose out on the opportunity to grow your portfolio because of you lose out on the interest and the compounded interest principle. Yeah. Now, of course, there are those proponents who would say that we need And we're telling them, if just the cash need, test, but don't exercise the entire 20%.
You can do 5.
You can do 5. Yeah. And if you've tested, there are those even think that, but is there money there? You can also get it here and go the other way behind and deposit it back. It's okay. But I would advise you go for the 50%. And the reason is very simple. None of your money is moving out. Besides that, you are still energetic, you're still working, so you can ably service your mortgage. Number 3, your portfolio is actually growing significantly.
Interest is earned anyway.
You're earning interest on a compounded principle. The market is still very good. So after 5-10 years, actually what you would be exposed as a mortgage would be much lower than 50%. At the end of the day, you have a home. You also have your portfolio intact.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Nsubuga, for explaining those those points. Viewers, you just had the regulations that you have 50% exposed as collateral if you choose to. However, you need to do some homework and understand the dynamics. Don't go for the mortgage if you cannot pay for it because there's 50%. You might fall in trouble. That was the link. Thank you for joining us tonight.